About 2 years ago, I left the United States and bought a one-way plane ticket to Thailand in order to focus on my goal of making money online while creating a freedom-generating business. Fast forward to today, I'm doing exactly that while recording this video from my apartment in Bangkok with complete freedom over where I live and when I work. And by the end of this video, I'll show you exactly how I was able to make this happen so you too can design your ideal life. Now, you might be wondering whether this video is for you, and I can tell you it is if you're someone who wants to leave their hometown because you feel stuck working a job that you do not enjoy, you tried ways of making money online in the past, or you're completely new and just don't know where to begin. I still remember my last day at work before moving across the world. I was talking to one of my coworkers, telling him my plan of moving to Thailand, and I was asking for some advice. He looks at me and says, "Stay away from the ladyboys." The ladyboys were the least of my concern though. I was thinking, how the fuck am I gonna make enough money online in another country to support myself where I don't know a single person? It was always my goal to achieve what Tim Ferriss coined as the 4-hour work week, being able to make money online in US dollars while being in a place where the cost of living is much more affordable. By doing this, I'm able to work less, earn more, and invest the extra time that I'm able to give back into my business or personal development. But up until this point, I wasn't sure if one, it was even possible, as I had never met anybody in person who was able to make this happen, and two, where the hell I would even start. I had tried ways of making money online in the past through marketing agency, drop shipping, but never had success with either. But after finding a mentor and receiving the proper guidance and roadmap from somebody who had walked the walk before and accomplished exactly what it was that I had wanted to do, I realized that the only thing I needed in order to make this happen was a laptop, internet connection, and a work ethic. At first, I thought this was way too good to be true. Wake up on a beach in Thailand, hit a quick workout, crack open the laptop, work for a few hours, sip on a coffee or a mimosa, whatever you're into, and then have the rest of the day to do things that I enjoy. That was until I met people from all over the world who were able to make this their reality. And you might be asking yourself whether or not this is possible, and of course, the answer is yes. However, will most people be able to do it? Well, put simply, the answer is no. Most people can't. Similarly, can you be in charge of your emotional response when something doesn't go your way? Well, of course. But will most? No. That doesn't mean it's impossible. Can anyone get a six-pack with proper diet, exercise, and nutrition? Yeah, no shit. But will most people do it? No, and that is exactly why it's worth having. I'm just kidding. Because if it was easy, then everyone would do it. I thought that in order to make money online, I needed a degree, some secret trick or method that I just could not figure out. And I struggled massively along the way with limiting beliefs, late nights, working, researching, figuring out what works and what doesn't, with people the entire time along the way calling me crazy for trying. I almost gave up and went back to the comfort of a 9-to-5. And then it hit me. The secret trick. The one thing amongst all successful entrepreneurs that I've met so far to this day. And that one thing is being crazy and their ability to continuously fail and persist towards a goal when everybody is calling them insane for trying, which they are until it works, which it will. So maybe that's the secret trick, is being crazy. Because if people aren't calling you or your goals crazy, you're doing something wrong. If you want anything uncommon, then it's obvious you must take an uncommon path. Most realize this, but lose sight of their goals, the ones that used to excite them, and get programmed into an average life. There are people less qualified than you doing the things that you want to do simply because they decided to believe in themselves and take action. I realized that everyone who had achieved my dream life started from exactly where I was, not knowing what to do or where to begin. And the reason that they were all able to succeed was simply because they said, fuck it, and figured it out. And what stopped me from living the life that I wanted to achieve was my inability to create goals and actionable steps for achieving them. If you don't know what it is that you want, then it will be decided for you. I needed to make the decision, which was required in order for me to reach the next stage in my life. So, I quit my job, with a 2 weeks notice, I might add, to build a life that I did not need to escape from. In order to do that, however, I needed to first accept responsibility for everything happening in my life. Make excuses or make progress. Not making the money you want, you don't have your dream body or your dream partner. This is all your fault or your problem. Life does not happen to you, it happens for you. This one shift in thinking won't only change the entire trajectory of your life, but of everyone's lives who's around you. Friends, family. There is a direct correlation between your own responsibility and your happiness. The more responsibility that you accept, the more in control you will feel. The more in control you feel, the happier and more confident you will be. When you're happy and confident, you'll set bigger goals for yourself and will have the drive to achieve them, allowing you to design your ideal future. How to take control. Resolve today to accept responsibility for everything you are and will become. Never complain and never explain. Look into your past and select a person or incident that still makes you unhappy today. Instead of justifying your negative feelings, look for reasons why you were partially responsible. Select one person with whom you're still angry and forgive that person completely. This will liberate you emotionally. Holding on to anger only affects you, not the person you're angry at. It takes away your energy, not theirs. Accept complete responsibility for your financial situation and refuse to blame any financial problems on anyone else. What steps will you take to resolve that situation? Take responsibility for your family situation with each person and take action to improve your relationships wherever there may be problems. Accept 100% responsibility for your health. Do whatever it takes to get to excellent health. Once you accept responsibility of your problems and take control, anything is possible. See yourself as an investment growth stock. Would people want to invest in you? What are you doing year after year to raise your value? You owe it to the important people in your life to be on a growth curve. From here, you have two options. Option one is you don't accept responsibility, you click off this video, and everything goes back to the way it was before. Or option two is schedule a free call with me down below where I'll go over all the steps in detail of how I got started with making money online. So then all you have to do is put it into action. Or if you think it's easier, there's also a video you can watch down below which covers the exact same thing in detail, saving you the time that I invested learning this method. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me on my Instagram. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.